since Goku and his friends thwarted the evil King Piccolo's plans for global conquest. Thanks to their heroic efforts, the shadow of doom was lifted from the world, and a new day of hope has dawned. For in the years since Piccolo's defeat, it has been a time of rebuilding, healing, prosperity, and peace for the citizens of Earth. But, unknown to them, at this very moment, a new threat to humankind is hurtling through the solar system. And as the mysterious invader makes its final approach to Earth, one thing is certain. The peaceful era the human race has enjoyed for the last 5 years is about to come crashing to an end. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. With no more battles to fight, Goku had settled into a peaceful life with Chi-Chi and his new son.
I'm Gohan.
But peaceful though it may be, life in the countryside is anything but quiet. The woods can be a dangerous place for a young boy alone. Fortunately for Gohan, his father is one of the strongest men in the world, and Goku was there in the nick of time to pull his son from harm's way. But even as father and son braved the perils of the woods, little did they know, a far greater threat was descending upon the Earth. An alien spacecraft fell from the skies carrying aboard an unexpected and most unwelcome visitor. Piccolo was the first to meet this mysterious invader face to face, and the extent of the alien's power was revealed. Despite being one of the mightiest fighters on Earth, Piccolo's awesome energy attack had little effect.
You actually managed to singe one of my leg hairs. Impressive.
Though powerless to defend himself against this foe, Piccolo's life was spared when the alien sped away to continue his search. A search for a man named Kakarot. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, an uninvited guest crashed the party on Master Roshi's island. It was Raditz, an evil warrior from outer space who claimed to be Goku's older brother. But Raditz proved he had little regard for family, as he dealt Goku a devastating kick that left the Earth's most powerful fighter crumpled in the sand. And the worst was yet to come.
Like I said, I'm taking your son. If you want to see him alive again, I suggest you listen closely.
That's right. Raditz has captured Gohan, and with his young nephew now firmly in his clutches, the sinister alien has issued Goku his demands. Join him, or suffer the consequences. Goku is obviously no match for his brother's awesome power. Is there any hope for rescuing his son? Last time on Dragon Ball Z, tragedy struck when Goku's evil older brother Raditz kidnapped Gohan. Goku raced after the sinister Saiyan to take back his son, but with little hope of overpowering Raditz alone, he had no choice but to accept the help of a most unlikely ally. Goku has joined forces with one of his most dangerous enemies, Piccolo.
Well, look who's decided to drop in. It's little brother. Oh, and he's brought the green man with him. I was wondering who that second insignificant blip on my scouter might be.
Raditz was far from intimidated when confronted by the Earth's two greatest fighters. In a flash, he gave them a demonstration of his own power that proved, even together, Goku and Piccolo had little chance for victory. Raditz's otherworldly strength and speed already make him the most powerful opponent Goku or Piccolo has ever faced. But this, it seems, is only the tip of the iceberg.
If you think I'm strong now, wait until I catch my stride. The truth is, I'm just getting warmed up.
Is there any hope of defeating this deadly foe? Find out today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Piccolo launched a combined assault against the evil Raditz. But in spite of their fierce efforts, Raditz easily deflected their every attack and countered with an energy blast that sent Goku and Piccolo reeling. Having firmly seized the upper hand, Raditz proceeded to deal out a series of punishing blows, and the mighty Goku was rendered helpless as his older brother cruelly ground him into the dust.
My brother? time to die!
That's right, it's Gohan! What awesome new powers have been awakened within Goku's son? The answer, today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. In order to stop the evil Raditz and save the life of his son, Goku made the ultimate sacrifice. And in the battle's shocking climax, both villain and hero alike fell before the might of Piccolo's special beam cannon. Though the battle has been won, a dark threat still looms over the Earth. With his final breath, Raditz revealed that two more Saiyans, even more powerful, were now on their way. And for the time being, the world has lost its greatest defender.
Take care of Gohan. Okay? I'll wish you back, Goku. He already have 3 Dragon Balls. See you soon. Goku? Goku!
But hope is not lost. Though Goku has left this world for now, Kami, the guardian of the Earth, has plans for him in the next. A new adventure begins today. On the last episode of Dragon Ball Z.
For this reason, we humbly ask that you allow Goku to seek training from King Kai himself.
With the help of Kami, Goku was given permission to receive King Kai's special training. But in order to reach this legendary fighting master, Goku must first travel the length of the treacherous Snake Way.
How long is it?
They say it's over 10,000 miles, but nobody really knows for sure.
As Goku boldly set out on this new adventure, little did he know, back on Earth, his son Gohan was about to begin an adventure of his own.
Your father and I barely managed to defeat the Saiyan who kidnapped you today, and we've learned that 2 more Saiyans, even stronger, are on their way to Earth. We won't be able to beat them alone. That's why you're going to train, so you can fight by our side.
After discovering Gohan's hidden powers, Piccolo has decided to give the boy a crash course in martial arts. If Gohan can endure Piccolo's severe training for 1 year, he could be a valuable ally in the fight against the Saiyans. But the more pressing question is, can he survive the first day? Previously on Dragon Ball Z, with only 1 year before 2 evil Saiyan warriors descend upon the Earth, the world's most powerful fighters have little time to prepare for their arrival. Now, in Otherworld, Goku has begun a 10,000-mile journey down the treacherous Snake Way in order to train with the legendary fighting master, King Kai. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Gohan's first day of training put him face to face with danger. Gohan has a long way to go before he can become a hero like his father. But even on his first day, glimpses of his true power shine through.
Wow, apples! Wow, these look good.
I hope you enjoyed it, kid. That's the one and only time I intend to help you. If you can't survive on your own after this, then it means I was wrong about you, and you're just a normal little brat.
Gohan's transformation continues today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, as the 2 evil Saiyans hurtled through space on their quest to destroy the Earth, Gohan was giving Piccolo a brief preview of what would happen upon their arrival. Gohan underwent a horrifying change as he unconsciously discovered the Saiyans' secret power, their ability to transform at the full moon. And while Goku sought the otherworldly training he needs to defend his home against the Saiyans in 1 year's time, Piccolo was busy ensuring he would have a home to return to. Powerless to fight the giant ape head-on, Piccolo put a stop to Gohan's devastating rampage the only way he knew how.
That tail gives them the ability to transform.
There, after removing the possibility of another monstrous relapse, Piccolo equipped Gohan with the tools he would need to survive his wilderness training. And with that, the mighty Green Warrior took his leave to begin some intense training of his own. What new trials await our heroes? Find out today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan's trials continued as the creatures of the wilderness fought to capture him for a tasty snack, and it was all Gohan could do to keep himself out of their claws. Gohan's adventures dropped him into the dark center of an ancient ruin, where fortunately for him, he discovered he had some company. But when the ruin suddenly began to collapse, Gohan's robot friend threw himself into harm's way and held back the falling rock just long enough for the young boy to escape.
Please.
Time to shut down.
It's my fault.
Now, alone once again, Gohan journeys into the unknown with a new determination to make himself stronger, so that the next time trouble rears its head, he'll be able to help his friends. Good luck, Gohan. The Saiyans arrive in 1 year. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku was running down Snake Way, hoping to get some special martial arts training from the legendary King Kai. Meanwhile, Gohan was busy with his own survival training back on Earth. And the young Saiyan soon learned that it's not easy when you're out in the world all alone. Friends are hard to hold on to, especially when they're the main course on the menu for a hungry T-Rex. Careful, Gohan, or you could end up being his dessert. Luckily, Gohan's a natural-born fighter, just like his father, Goku. But he hasn't developed the fighting skills of his father yet. And with his dino buddy digested by the big T-Rex, Gohan soon found out only the strong survive. Speaking of strong, 2 sinister Saiyans are headed towards Earth right now. Every minute they get closer, and that means it won't be long before we all find out what the Big Bang Theory really is. Keep your eyes on the skies and get ready for Dragon Ball Z! Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the 2 terrifying Saiyan warriors continue their journey through space. Every passing minute, they get closer and closer to planet Earth. Meanwhile, Goku is still in the other world jogging along Snake Way, in search of the legendary King Kai. His goal, to get some special martial arts training from the king, if he can find it. But what about poor Gohan? Has he been left all alone on Earth to become a bite-sized snack for a hungry T-Rex? I don't think so. The pint-sized powerhouse is busy training, and he's already learned his first lesson in survival. It's not how big you are that matters, it's how big you slice your T-Rex tail steak. Though Gohan can hold his own, he remains under the watchful eye of Piccolo.
So, he's starting to master the trick.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan kept on training by putting a tailless T-Rex through its paces. And Piccolo pulled off an amazing feat. Focusing his powers, he caused the pyramids to levitate. Not to be outdone, Tien pulled off his own amazing stunt by pushing a wall of water back up the face of a cliff. And what about Goku? He found some time to take a nap while hitching a ride with a street cleaner on Snake Way. Too bad he didn't hold on tight when he hit that bump in the road.
Hey, where am I? I remember hitching a ride on that truck, but how did I end up in a place like this? Huh? Smells good.
Never one to pass up a meal, Goku found himself drawn to a very delicious fruit tree.
That looks tasty.
Too bad that juicy piece of fruit is private property. Oh, and wait till you find out who it belongs to. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku kept on running down Snake Way trying to find King Kai. Unfortunately, an unexpected detour lay just ahead. After hitching a ride with a street cleaner, he caught some shut-eye, but a bump in the road sent him hurtling into the underworld. Unaware of how he got there or where he was, he got an even bigger surprise when he met 2 rambunctious ogres who were eager to play with him. But there was no time for games, and Goku was eager to get back on Snake Way any way he could. The ogres made him an offer he couldn't refuse. If he could beat them in a competition, he would be allowed to leave. And sure enough, he did. happy to win the grand prize, as well as steal some very special fruit that gave him some extra strength, Goku made a hasty exit. But as everyone knows, you can never trust an ogre. Sure, Goku was allowed to leave the underworld, but he was sent right back to where he started from, to King Yema's house.
Hi there, Great King Yema.
I thought you were on Snake Way.
I am. I was. I should get going. Bye-bye.
Goodness, how strange.
Now Goku has really got to hustle if he wants to find King Kai and get that special martial arts training he needs. There are 2 Saiyans on their way to Earth, and he's got to get back before they get there. Let's hope that he makes it. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku took a snooze and was haunted by nightmares of the 2 terrifying Saiyans who are making their way towards planet Earth. That got him back on his feet and moving even faster along Snake Way. He came across a castle that he thought was King Kai's, but it turned out that it belonged to the charming but deadly Princess Snake. And oh boy, did she ever live up to that name. Once the princess shed her skin, Goku realized he was in the belly of a beast. So he made a hasty retreat, but it turns out that the princess never lets her guests leave her with an empty stomach. And Goku almost became the hot item on the menu. Not wanting to end up snake food, Goku shook the princess off his tail by setting a trap of his own. Using himself as bait, he tied the princess up and left her tightly tangled and got back on Snake Way. Now he's on track again, still in search of King Kai and the special martial arts training that he so badly needs. Meanwhile, Gohan is doing his own training on Earth. It won't be long until those 2 evil Saiyans arrive on the planet. I sure hope Goku and Gohan have what it takes to stop them. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the race was on to get into fighting shape before the 2 uninvited Saiyan warriors make their appearance on Earth. And everyone, even Piccolo, is training twice as hard as ever. Not only is it a battle against time, it's a battle against themselves. But an unexpected storm has threatened to put an end to Gohan's training plans. All alone and lost at sea, Gohan is surely in for the fight of his young life. That is, if he survives. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, with the deadly Saiyan duo on the horizon, Earth's heroes had no choice but to put their training plans into overdrive. Goku continued his search for King Kai along Snake Way, while Tien and the others made their way up Korin's tower for a little one-on-one with the mythical master. All the time Gohan had spent alone got the better of him, and he was so homesick that he had felt the need for a family reunion. But it was not to be. Common sense took over, and he realized that he must complete his training and put the brakes on the incoming Saiyan invasion first. Without his mom or dad to support him, all the non-stop training has been tough on the little guy. Luckily, Piccolo showed up and took him under his wing. Now Gohan will learn what it takes to be a real warrior. But will it be enough to stop the Saiyans? Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the 2 Saiyans, the strongest fighters in the universe, continue their intergalactic journey towards Earth. Their goal, torment the population and wreak havoc on the planet. That is, unless Goku and the other Z warriors can stop them. But they'll have to move fast because time is running out.
Oh man, how far does this road go on? It seems like there's no end to it at all. I've been running for days and days. I hope this is worth it because it's been almost a year now and I still haven't found King Kai.
Hang in there, Goku. Remember, you've got Gohan on your side, and right now he's being trained by Piccolo, who is a great martial artist in his own right. Piccolo's methods may seem a little rough, but compared to what the Saiyans will do, this training session is a walk in the park. If Gohan can master these new fighting skills in time, Earth still might have a chance. If he can't, then it's all over. Come on, Gohan, you can do it. It's in your hands now. 'Cause if you can't save the day, then who will? Last time on Dragon Ball Z. With the arrival of the Saiyans only weeks away, all of Earth's heroes were beginning to feel the pressure. Especially Goku. His epic journey to find King Kai was beginning to look like an epic waste of time. That is, until he summoned a final burst of energy and tackled the last mile of Snake Way. An unexpected turn caused him to slide right off the road, but at least it put him in the place where he wanted to be. Talk about your lucky breaks. Goku didn't know it at first, but he had just stumbled upon King Kai's planet. The intense gravity of the planet sucked him in, and he found himself face to face with King Kai, or at least that's what he thought. Not wanting to offend the mythical martial arts master, he began to train with the banana-loving legend. But in the back of his mind, Goku knew something wasn't right. Could this hairy creature really be King Kai? Last time on Dragon Ball Z, as the two evil Saiyan warriors hurtled towards Earth in their space pods, the Z warriors were busy beefing up their martial arts skills. Goku had made it to King Kai's planet, but he was finding the gravity a little tough to take. And it didn't help matters when he mistook the King's pet ape Bubbles for the mythical martial master. Once the proper introductions were made, Goku was put to the test to see if he was worthy enough to train with the legendary King Kai. His first assignment, catch Bubbles, and then he would be permitted to move on to the next phase of his training. It all seemed easy enough at first, but it proved to be a lot harder than Goku imagined. That little monkey sure could move. And don't forget the intense gravity of King Kai's planet. It can really bring a guy down. While King Kai watched with amusement from the sidelines, Goku did his best to grab the speedy little monkey. Time and time again, they traveled around the planet, and before long, they were going in circles. Then, Goku made one last leap of faith and managed to get a grip on Bubbles.
Gotcha.
It was then that King Kai realized that Goku could indeed be a worthy student. But things are only going to get harder from here on in. And one question remains. What kind of bizarre training does the King have in store for Goku now? Previously on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan endured his most severe training session yet, and though the young fighter showed vast improvement, Piccolo wasn't about to let up.
So you figured out how to dodge my punches and kicks. Now try this!
Piccolo's seeming cruelty was not without purpose, for the veteran warrior understood all too well the enemy they were both preparing to face would employ tactics far more ruthless. It's a lesson the rest of the Z fighters had also taken to heart. To survive the battle against the Saiyans, they knew they would have to hone their fighting skills to their highest levels ever. And under the watchful eye of Kami, they did just that. Meanwhile, far away in Otherworld, Goku continued to sail through King Kai's test of strength with flying colors. And after months of difficult training, it seems the student has finally surpassed the teacher. Goku's strength and speed may have him running circles around King Kai, but the question is, will his newfound powers be enough to stop the Saiyans? The time to find out is drawing near. The two evil Saiyans are on their final approach to Earth. The invasion begins today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, evil rained down upon an unsuspecting Earth, and the quiet of a peaceful morning in the city was shattered as two Saiyan space pods came crashing to the planet's surface. After a year-long journey through space, the dreaded Saiyan warriors have finally arrived, and the Earth's greatest defenders are ready to meet them. Goku's friends have already used the power of the Dragon Balls to restore the fallen hero back to life, and with his supercharged strength and speed, he has launched into the 2-day trip down Snake Way. Every second counts. Over a day still remains in Goku's journey, but the Saiyans attack today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, having completed their year-long journey to Earth, the two sinister Saiyans made their presence known with explosive style. The Earth's fighters could only look on in horror as the destruction began, for they had little hope of defeating the Saiyans without the help of their greatest champion, Goku, who was racing down Snake Way to join the battle. Unfortunately, the Saiyans weren't willing to wait for the hero's return. They sought out their targets with cruel precision, hoping to learn the secrets of the 7 Dragon Balls. Now, Krillin, Piccolo, and Gohan stand face to face with these Saiyan monsters and the diabolical henchmen they've brought with them.
This should be a pretty good matchup. These Cybermen seem spunky.
Can our heroes hold their ground long enough for Goku's help to arrive? Find out as the battle for the Earth begins today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Yamcha stepped up to fight, and he convinced Krillin to stand aside until the next round in the Saiyans' Twisted Cyberman tournament. The battle was intense, but in the end, Yamcha proved that his fighting skills were far superior to those of the maniacal green monster. His opponent seemingly vanquished, Yamcha was ready to claim victory in the bout. But with his guard relaxed, the Cyberman was able to summon his remaining strength and surprise Yamcha with a final diabolical attack. And in a single horrifying flash, Yamcha was dead.
Now, why did you have to go and play the hero, you big stupid jerk? It was my turn to fight. It should have been me in there. Do you hear me? You can't die. It should have been me. It should have been me.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z, the battle for the Earth claimed its first casualty as Yamcha fell at the hands of the mindless Cybermen. The 2 evil Saiyans, Nappa and Vegeta, looked on with cold amusement as our heroes mourned the loss of their friend, eager to see who the Cybermen would take as their next victim in the gruesome game of life and death. But our heroes stood firm, banded together, and fueled by rage, they were able to eliminate the Cyberman threat and put an end to the Saiyans' cruel contest. And that's when the horror truly began. Nappa attacked. Tien was the first to receive the Saiyans' ruthless attention. But before Nappa could close in for the kill, Chiaotzu took drastic action.
I'm not afraid, and if I can save you, that's worth dying for.
Chiaotzu! No!
Another of the Earth's special forces has given his life in defense of the planet. Meanwhile, the greatest hope of all, Goku, is still on his way to the battlefield. Hurry, Goku. Time is running out. Previously on Dragon Ball Z, the battle against the Saiyans was not going well for the Earth's heroes. Yamcha was defeated by the maniacal Cybermen. And Chiaotzu made the ultimate sacrifice in a desperate attempt to stop the evil Nappa. Refusing to go down quietly, Tien summoned his last remaining strength to fire a mighty blast at the Saiyan. But when the smoke cleared, it seemed that even Tien's finest efforts were not enough.
No, I failed.
Tien fell as the battle claimed yet another casualty, and with Goku still nowhere to be found, the remaining fighters' hopes for survival were fading fast. Nevertheless, Krillin and Piccolo were determined to stand their ground to the bitter end.
I'll crush you!
But then, as Nappa closed in for the finishing blow, Nappa! The Saiyan Vegeta called a surprise halt to the fighting to await Goku's return.
You think Kakarot can beat us? The battle resumes in 3 hours, whether Kakarot is here or not.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z, the struggle against the Saiyans took a devastating turn as Yamcha was bested by the evil Cybermen. And the horror only intensified as the Saiyans themselves entered the fray. In a desperate attempt to save Tien from the rampaging Nappa, Chiaotzu made the ultimate sacrifice. Tien would not let his friend's final effort be in vain. Tien channeled all of his rage and fury into a powerful energy blast aimed at Nappa, but it was no use. Having spent the last of his strength in the attack, Tien collapsed, while the Saiyan remained standing.
I failed.
And though things looked increasingly bleak for our heroes, a glimmer of hope remained. Goku completed his journey down Snake Way and was transported back to Earth by Kami, where he quickly raced to aid his friends. But even with all his speed, Goku is still miles away from the battlefield. Can he get there before more of his friends succumb to the Saiyans? Find out today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. After returning from Otherworld, Goku raced away from the lookout on the Flying Nimbus to join his friends on the battlefield. Meanwhile, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin put their training and skills to the test as they fought desperately against Nappa and Vegeta, two Saiyans bent on conquering the Earth. But their combined strength was no match for the evil pair.
We need you!
While the others watched in vain for news of the battle, the Saiyans continued their ruthless conquest as Nappa unleashed the full force of his rage on Gohan.
I'll kill you!
Is this the end for Gohan? Find out next on Dragon Ball Z!
Kaioken.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, after the defeat of Piccolo, Chaozu, Tien, and Yamcha, it seemed no one could stop the Saiyan onslaught from destroying the Earth. But that was before Goku returned from his training with King Kai and began to demonstrate his newfound skills.
I'm gonna rip you apart!
Now it appears as if the brutal Nappa has finally met his match. But overpowering the awesome strength of Vegeta will not be an easy task. And with Nappa far from finished, will Goku's strength hold out to the very end? Will Goku have enough tricks up his sleeve to avenge his fallen friends and help repel these Saiyan attackers once and for all? Find out today.
That's for my friends. All 4 of them.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Nappa and Vegeta continued their conquest of the planet, much to the terror and dismay of Krillin and Gohan. But Goku, having finally returned to Earth with the new skills taught to him by King Kai, put a sudden halt to the Saiyans' sinister plans.
Thanks a lot, Vegeta.
Not to be outdone, Vegeta took the shame of his comrade's failure into his own hands and brought their partnership to an end.
Die!
Permanently. Vegeta seems confident of victory, but Goku still has a few surprises in store for the evil Saiyan when the battle continues today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z,
Kaioken, time's out!
Goku and Vegeta went head-to-head in a contest of strength and skill, increasing their levels of power with every attack. But as the battle raged on, it was clear that Vegeta still had the upper hand. Goku soon realized his only hope for defeating the evil Saiyan was to push himself beyond the limits of his training to a level King Kai had warned him never to attempt. And though Vegeta, with his seemingly unstoppable power, loomed over him like a predator toying with its prey, Goku stood his ground as he prepared to launch himself back into the fight.
Time to see what I'm made of.
Can Goku find the strength to stop the ruthless Vegeta?
All right, here goes nothing. Kaioken attack times 3!
Stay tuned. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the battle against Vegeta had become a pure test of will for Goku as he desperately sought to match the ever-increasing power of his Saiyan foe. Struggling under the weight of Vegeta's Gallic Gun attack, Goku was forced to take his Kaioken attack up one more level, sending the dumbfounded Vegeta hurtling toward the edge of the atmosphere. Battered, but not broken, Vegeta returned, vowing to show Goku the ultimate power of the Saiyans, a transformation of unbelievable proportions. As Vegeta's transformation nears completion, Goku can only stand by and watch. With his strength all but gone, will Goku have anything left to fend off this Supreme Saiyan monster? Don't miss the action today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Fine, here we go. The rivers, the trees, the wind, and all living things in nature. I ask of you, please offer me the power of your fighting spirit.
Goku called upon the forces of nature to help him form the only weapon capable of stopping the rampaging Vegeta, the Spirit Bomb. But before Goku could deliver the finishing blow, Vegeta unleashed a devastating counterattack that brought our hero to his knees. Without the Spirit Bomb, Goku had little chance of defeating the monstrous Vegeta. But even though all hope seemed lost, Goku was determined to fight to the bitter end.
I have no more power to defend myself against this monster. I hope it buys me more time.
Having exhausted the last of his strength, Goku's life is in the hands of the merciless Vegeta. And the evil Saiyan will not be satisfied until he has squeezed every last breath from our hero's body. Will this be the end for Goku? The pressure's on. Today on Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Having spent the last of his strength, Goku was powerless to free himself from the clutches of Vegeta's death grip. But help was on the way.
It's just up ahead.
Gohan and Krillin returned to the battlefield in the hopes of saving Goku from this crushing defeat.
Goku's in pretty bad shape. Come on. We have to move fast.
Put my dad down right now!
While Gohan distracted the giant ape, Krillin ready to surprise attack.
Destructo Disc!
But despite Krillin's heroic effort, the blast intended to slice off Vegeta's tail and end his monstrous transformation missed its mark. Suddenly, an unexpected hero burst onto the scene with a surprise attack of his own. In one fell swoop, Vegeta's tail was gone, and so was his grip on Goku. Now, as Vegeta returns to normal once more, his powers drastically reduced, Goku has one final plan to defeat the evil Saiyan. He has passed the remaining energy from the Spirit Bomb to Krillin. The question is, can Krillin hit his target? Another miss spells disaster. Today on Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Goku, beaten and weary, gave Krillin all of his remaining energy to fuel an attack on the evil Vegeta. But instead of defeating him, it only sent the Saiyan into a furious rage. Around him, Vegeta's power seemed unstoppable. His victory was certain until he made an unsettling discovery about the young Gohan.
It can't be. He has a tail. Wait!
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan's transformation brought the battle with Vegeta to its crushing conclusion. With his body and his pride seriously wounded, the evil Saiyan had no choice but to retreat, and Krillin had little choice but to watch him go.
When I come back to this planet, you're all going to suffer, and when you beg me for mercy, I'll stare into your eyes as I crush the life out of you.
Krillin proved himself the bigger man by showing Vegeta mercy. But will this decision come back to haunt him? There's only one way to find out. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z. Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Think again!
After a long and grueling battle, Vegeta was finally defeated. But at Goku's request, he was allowed to escape. The Saiyan Prince promised that one day he would return for his revenge. Though the day had been won, it wasn't without its casualties. As his fallen friends were gathered from the battlefield, Krillin thought of a way to wish them back. The Namekian Dragon Balls.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And if Piccolo comes back, then so will Kami. And that means we'll have all the Dragon Balls on Earth back here again, too.
Oh, it's that easy. Well, I've got news for you. I've done all the calculations, and the numbers don't lie. Your little cruise to planet Namek is going to take 4,339 years.
Okay, but hypothetically speaking, what would happen if we use, say, a Saiyan spaceship?
So now, with a new plan and restored hope, Bulma, Krillin, and the others prepare for the voyage to the planet Namek. The quest begins today on Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Mr. Popo led Bulma into the barren reaches of Yanzabit Heights in search of an ancient spacecraft that had once belonged to Kami.
When their home planet was in danger, Kami's parents must have put him on board the ship and sent him here to save his life.
It must run by voice command, but that means all the commands are in Namekian. Let's try it. See if you can tell it to fly us to Jupiter.
Topura Kupa Jupe.
Look, we're here! We're already at Jupiter! All right! Now we can fly this thing to Namek!
The adventure continues today. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, crucial decisions were being made.
I want to go with Bulma and Krillin, okay? Sorry, Mom, but I need to go to try to help them bring Piccolo and the others back with the Dragon Balls.
You should be making friends and playing baseball and building tree houses, not trying to save the world!
I'm going!
How did I raise such a stubborn child?
There's no time for those childish things anymore. My friends are gone and they're not coming back. I've got to go help find the Dragon Balls. Mom, Piccolo died trying to help me, so I think I should do everything I can to help him. I can't sit around and do nothing while Piccolo needs me.
Despite the protest of his mother, Gohan chose to embark on the long journey to Namek with Bulma and Krillin in the search for the Dragon Balls. And with that, the three young adventurers blasted off from Earth in Kami's spaceship and set out into the vast expanse of space. If their mission succeeds, it will mean the return of Piccolo, Kami, and all who were lost in the battle against the Saiyans. But little do these travelers realize, in a flight across the galaxy, anything can happen. And despite a smooth start, there's plenty of turbulence ahead today. It seems the deeper our heroes travel into this mysterious spaceship, the more troubling questions arise. Who are these young soldiers, and what do they have in store for Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan? Is there any hope for escape? The answers are sure to come in the next action-packed episode of Dragon Ball Z.